What's going on, guys? Marcus here, back in the shop. And before I start this review, let me get some things off my chest real quick. Just real quick. I promise I'm not going to take too long. A lot of you guys are asking me about my Instagram and my Twitter. I always put them at the bottom left-hand side of the beginning of every video. When you guys see the shop logo that pops up in the little red, my Instagram and Twitter names are always right here. My question is, I'm not sure why you guys aren't seeing it. Maybe you're just not watching the video, maybe just listening to it. But my actual legit question is, should I change it? I mean, it's just _Achilles for both my Twitter and Instagram, but I'm thinking about changing it to something a little more easier to find, like Marcus from the shop or something, or maybe just my name, Marcus Bonilla. I don't know. I'm thinking of different things. Just let me know what you guys think in the comment section, since you guys are curious on what my Instagram and Twitter is. The other thing I want to get off my chest is, not necessarily I want to get off my chest, but I kind of want to change up my ratings for album reviews and whatnot. So I'm getting rid of the whole 1 to 10 or 0 to 10 scale. I'm over that. I'm going to try a new rating system. I'll have it in the description box below. And yeah, let me know what y'all think about it. And that's it. Here's the review.
Something new. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no.
Kevin Gates' Islah. I think I pronounced that right. Islah is actually the name of his daughter, so he actually named his debut album after his daughter. That's so sweet. Kevin Gates, he's a Louisiana rapper, not from New Orleans, from Baton Rouge. Definitely has that southern Louisiana accent. I'm not from Louisiana, obviously, so I'm not sure if there's a difference between New Orleans and, I guess, Baton Rouge, the accent and whatnot, but they kind of sound very similar. That real, yeah baby, that real laid back talk, yeah. I don't know, I probably just fucked up the accent completely, but they kind of sound similar to me. So, Kevin Gates, when you look at this guy, I'm not gonna lie to you, I totally judged his character. I was not a huge fan of his music. Not to say that I didn't like it, I was just not aware of it. You know, because of a lot of his antics, I just wasn't feeling it. You know, he's on Instagram talking about, you need to suck my dog's dick. 1, that's really weird as shit. 2, he took a selfie with his dead grandmother. And 3, kicked the one chick in the chest at a concert. I was just like, yo, what is wrong with these dudes, man? And this guy isn't necessarily young. He's not in his early 20s. He's pushing 30. So I'm like, what the fuck what are you doing, dog? Like, you're too old for that. But regardless of all that, I've seen a couple of his interviews, specifically on The Breakfast Club. I saw one, I think it was last year, the year before, and I was like, wow, this dude is actually he speaks very, very well. You know, when you look at him, I'm not gonna lie, don't lie to me. He looks like a stereotypical gangster rapper. The tattoos and the drops on his face, all that crazy shit, completely tatted, iced up, you know, the diamond teeth. You're gonna stereotype him. Most of y'all are gonna stereotype him and think he's just, you know, a gangster rapper. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you look at him, you kind of judge his music based off of his looks. And his looks make it seem like he's a gangster rapper. I guess he is a gangster rapper. I mean, you know, we call it what it is. But his music isn't necessarily 100% gangster shit. Now, I'm gonna get into the album in a little bit, but again, judging off of his interviews, he's a very well-spoken guy. Apparently, he got his, I think it was a psychology degree in jail. And man, big ups to you. However you can get it, just get that paper. Very well-spoken dude. Has a very thick accent. Obviously, he's from the South. But he's kind of like T.I., you know, he's going to throw in some nice vocabulary from time to time. But that still didn't kind of take away my opinion of his music. After just seeing all those antics, it completely turned me off. I didn't even want to check out this album, honestly. But, I mean, this is part of the reason why I started this channel, is to diversify my hip-hop music. You know, I'm a real fan of like old school shit. You guys know that. Lyrical shit. I say that in every video. I was completely surprised by this album, Islah. This isn't necessarily a street gangster gritty album at all. This is very adult-like. When you listen to his music, it's hard to believe that this guy is just musically talented. Yes, he is very musically talented when it comes to the beat production. I don't know if he put his hand into the production of any of these instrumentals at all, but the selection is dope. his lyricism. He's not the most lyrical guy as far as jumping in a cipher with the wordplay, the metaphors and all that, the super lyrical, miracle, hypernyrical, all that other shit. That's not his that's not his swag, that's not his flow, that's not his steez. His steez is just letting you know what he goes through his family, specifically his girl, how he doesn't really go around smashing different joints. You know, he dedicates his love to his lifelong partner, his girlfriend. I'm not sure if that's his wife or whatever, but he has a lot of quote-unquote love songs that are dedicated to her. Even the last joint he has called Jams, the only song on the album that's actually featured is not featured rappers, unless you want to count Ty Dolla $ign, who does sing from, you know, a lot from time to time, whatever. But the features are with Trey Songz and Jamie Foxx. That is actually towards the end. I'm kind of going, you know, pyramiding backwards on the songs off the album, but regardless of all that, that's a real R&B joint, real smooth, real quote-unquote sexy. I don't, you know, pause or whatever. I know I'm talking about a song full of men and saying the song is sexy, but hey, you play that joint with your girl, I'm sure you might get lucky. I like how this album is constructed. From the beginning of the album, the song Not the Only One, he's telling you what it's like, what he's going through or whatever, how he's not the only one doing this, doing that. Go listen to the song. The way the beat selection is from the beginning to the end, it's like real jumpy, real bouncy, real basic, you know, new school hip hop, and it just gets more mature and more mature and more mature. My honest opinion, I feel like it's like he's going through levels. He'll have some ignorant songs like, you know, 2 phones, one for his girl and one for the plug. You know what I mean? Those are the quote-unquote ratchet joints. You know, it's not necessarily trap music. I wouldn't consider him as a trap rapper unless, you know, you want to consider that because he talks about selling drugs. I feel like his music is very adult. Like, it's if you're looking for some real street shit, I would look elsewhere. I feel like this album is more towards adults. There are a couple songs in here that did make me laugh, but it's like, it's just so raw and just realistic. Like, he's just speaking the truth. One song, judging by the beat, it has like guitar, you know, strings in the background, so you think it's gonna be real melodic, real Wyclef Jean like, and his hook is crazy. His hook is, "You the only one my dick get hard for. I'm confused, what the fuck you want my heart for?" Like, that's some real shit that you could say to your girl. Like, you know, if your girl think you out there cheating or messing around and you say some shit like, "You the only one my dick get hard for," if you don't get no some poom poom after a line like that, then she's just not for you, because that's some real shit. He has another line of the song where he says, "God forgive me for the brains I blew away." It gets pretty dark. I mean, he'll have some moments on the album where it gets kind of gritty. The whole song is pretty much based around his girl, but then he brings lines like that, and it's just like, this is, I don't want to say he's a real dude, because again, off of his interview, it was just something about his, you know, his persona that kind of threw me off. But judging off his music, it's just like, he's just so raw and explicit, just explicitly truthful. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Going back to when I mentioned earlier how he kicked that one girl in the chest at the concert, he actually mentions that incident. He talks about it slightly in the song The Truth, where he says she grabbed him 3 or 4 times, and, you know, he pretty much got pissed off or whatever. And in the hook he says, "You're a queen, you're not respecting yourself." Oh, I might be pushing it a little too far. She might not be respecting herself, but she definitely don't deserve a size 10 to the motherfucking chest like dude off of the Boondocks.
Dick, nigga, I'm tired of this mother.
Other than that, guys, I don't want to make this video super long. I was feeling it. To sum it all up, I definitely judged him. I mean, you look at the album cover, he's got his hands like this with the revolver tattoo right here, as if he's gonna blow his brains out or whatever. It looks like some street shit because he's shirtless with the tattoos and the diamonds everywhere. You're gonna assume that this is going to be a gangsta ass album, and it's not. It's super adult. You know, this is something that you can play with your girl, your lady, your wife, your old lady, or whatever you want to call her. You know what I mean? This is something that you can rock with. There's nothing on here that I would skip or say it's trash. I'm really feeling it. I mean, he's not lyrically gifted like with the wordplay like I mentioned before, but it's definitely entertaining, and it's something I could definitely mess with. So as a rating, again, new rating system in the comment section, I would say stream it, and listen to it a few times. If you fucking with it, download it. So streaming is equivalent to 3, whereas downloaded is equivalent to 4. So my rating system is kind of like a 1 through 5 type of thing, but instead of saying 4 or 5, I'm gonna just tell you what it is. Stream it. If you're feeling it, download it. And by downloading it, I mean go pay for it on iTunes and Google Play. And that's it, guys. Did y'all listen to the new album Islah? If you did, let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know if there was something that I missed that you want to talk about. Again, in the comment section, because I do like to interact with you guys from time to time. And yeah, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm going to try to promote that a lot more in my future videos. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Sorry if you hear the heat ventilation, but it's cold as hell. I just survived a 2016 blizzard thingy. I live on the East Coast. And yeah, let me stop rambling. Till next time.